Welcome to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton, and welcome to Wednesday night's Everton 24/7 report. The transfer window is really starting to heat up now, and as I mentioned yesterday, it seems a lot of the rumours are finally starting to show a bit more substance to them, and hopefully the deals are starting to progress more rapidly. And with that, we'll start with the name on everyone's lips. It continues to be Moise Kean. Well, the news today is that his agent, Mino Raiola, yes, him, is on his way to Liverpool to put the final details together with Marcel Brands over the Kean deal, with Kean himself apparently waiting in Monte Carlo to get the nod to come here and do his medical. Kean, of course, continues to drop hints on social media. The latest is a like on Nathangelo Marcello's Instagram comments, where Marcello posted a comment on one of his Instagram posts, "Welcome, big man." It appears that he is ready to seal the deal, so it is really up to Everton now to get this one done, get him announced as soon as possible. Next on the priority list, of course, is a defensive mid, and particularly Jean-Philippe Baman. Getting the name better, it seems. Now, a deal for him could be nearly there as well, with Sky Germany believing Everton and Mainz are edging closer to agreeing a fee, and that a medical could even be on the cards tomorrow. A few other reports contradict that and say that the two sides are actually further away from agreement than suggested, but it is still likely that an agreement will be reached. So the final fee, it looks as if, according to these rumours, it will be between 27 and 30 million quid, and he can't come soon enough, really, because, of course, Idrissa Gana Gueye is now out of the club, and we do desperately need a replacement in his role, so hopefully Baman will be a done deal soon enough. Now for the news which pretty much deflated me when I woke up to it this morning. Malcolm has reportedly rejected a move to Everton in favour of moving to Zenit St. Petersburg, with Diario Sport in Spain suggesting Malcolm wasn't happy with our personal terms that we offered compared to what Zenit offered him. And they're apparently offering him around €6 million a year. So that's equivalent of around £110,000 a week, which is not that bad in the modern day game. I'm pretty sure we could offer it if we really wanted to, and it's really up to him whether that is the real reason. I can't see what would draw him to Russia, other than maybe Champions League football, but I just can't see what could draw him to the Russian league. Now, of course, it's pretty obvious how much I personally wanted Malcolm, but it's like I've only been raving about it all summer, so I'm not going to hide my devastation if this does indeed come to pass, what's been reported, but it is concerning on the player's part when he'd rather move to Russia than the Prem. Perhaps it raises a bit of a red flag about his attitude. At least I'd like to think we've dodged the bullet rather than missed out on a potential superstar, if you like. But whatever happens, I do think it's a shame for a player of his ability to make a move to Russia. It does seem to be all about the money, where I think he could easily play for even a Champions League team in a top league, as opposed to, if not Everton, why not go there? I just think Zenit's a bit of a silly move for him, and I'm really disappointed. I'm not going to hide that. Now, one of the more reliable Everton journalists out there is ex-Echo and now Daily Mail reporter Dominic King. Well, today he reports that there may still be interest from Everton in Mario Lemina. Now, that contact has been made with Southampton over the Gabon player, but a deal is not anywhere near close just yet. Now, I'll just reiterate this now. I think Lemina, if he does come in, he won't be the replacement for Idrissa Gana Gueye. I think he will be an actual additional midfielder to add depth to the squad. There is even the off chance that should Gana's actual replacement, hopefully Baman, be brought in soon, that Everton could offer Saints a sweetener in the Lemina deal in the form of another defensive mid and, of course, their ex-player Morgan Schneiderlin, which would be convenient. It would pretty much represent a straight swap in terms of roles at both respective clubs. But at this stage, that's very much a best-case scenario, it seems. And, of course, football transfers are very rarely that straightforward, but you never know. Even if that doesn't come to pass, there could be another way out of Everton for Morgan Schneiderlin, and that's because Turkish sports journalist Yagiz Sabuncuoglu reports that Fenerbahce are interested in taking him on a season-long loan. And despite there being no loan fee, they would pay all the wages. Now, that is a real change from what we're used to here, it seems. Similarly to the Lemina situation, Schneiderlin's departure to Istanbul would only be given the go-ahead once Ghana's replacement is in the door at Everton. And the possible exits don't stop there, and amidst the rumours linking Schneiderlin to Turkey, what about Henry Onyekuru, who was heavily linked to move to Istanbul himself with Galatasaray? They were apparently trying to finance a permanent move for him after pursuing a loan at first, but they may well have been trumped now by Monaco, who the French paper L'Equipe believe have agreed a £15 million transfer fee with Everton, and he could already be set to head off to Monaco to have a medical. So hopefully the plane that takes him to Monaco can bring Moise Kean back to Liverpool with him, so who knows. Hopefully another departure though with a fringe player there is imminent. And just in the past hour, a departure has been confirmed. We mentioned briefly the other day, and now it's done. Joe Williams, the young midfielder who spent last season on loan in the Championship at Bolton Wanderers, is set to complete a return to Lancashire and sign for Wigan Athletic. He follows Anthony Robinson in sealing a permanent move this summer from Everton to Wigan. An interesting point is that Wigan now have our ex-manager Joe Royle on their board of directors and are beginning to establish a really good relationship with Everton in recent times. With that in mind, could this be a trail followed by many of our under-23 players in the future, given how Royle has clearly followed the development for a while he was working with the academy at Everton? So don't be surprised if more of our youngsters who haven't quite hit the heights with the first team here end up at Wigan soon enough, be it permanently or on loan. So with that in mind, perhaps Wigan are a team worth keeping an eye on in the Championship, maybe even root for them in the Championship this year. What I will tell you will be worth keeping an eye on, even if the rumours are true at least. You might want to strap yourselves in to watch Strictly Come Dancing this autumn. And I bet you're like, what in God's name is he on about? Well, I'm on about Sam Allardyce could be set to take part in that show this year. So who knows, if Everton have played really crap of a Saturday and you feel like it's the end of the world, you could always watch that on a Saturday night to take solace in the fact that Sam Allardyce is not the Everton manager. But there you go, Sam Allardyce doing the quick steps could be very well worth tuning in for this autumn. And so will tomorrow night's report, which will be coming on your way a lot sooner. So be sure to tune in for that as well, where we may finally have an announcement to bring you, fingers crossed. It will happen one day, trust us. So make sure you're back here tomorrow night for that. And until then, thank you again for watching on the Toffee Blues.